Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. What we have here is a 2013 Snapper. It's got the 725EX Briggs & Stratton Quantum style engine, 190cc. Date of manufacture is February 2013. The engine number on this is 128 Mike 02-0989-Frank 1. And this is the production date. It's second month, 14th day of 2013. And I can't give you the snapper number because the sticker's missing on that. So I may have done a video on this a couple months ago. A dad and his 10-year-old son messaged me, and the dad was looking for a mower for his son to start a mowing business in his neighborhood. And I was skeptical of a 10-year-old pushing a mower, but they came out anyway. They chose this self-propelled. He pushed a bunch of mowers around, and due to the kid size, the self-propelled mower was what worked. So the dad messaged me last weekend. Happy Saturday, by the way. And said the mower wouldn't start. We got Delta leaving the neighborhood. Delta's heading up to Detroit. So he said his son had fueled it, spilt fuel. Fuel ran down into the recoil. He said after that it would not start, or it would start and run rough. And he said tilting the unit back would help it run a little bit better. So he brought it out, and I told him I would look at it. So same symptom when he unloaded it last weekend. It would run rough. I tilted it back and it ran a little bit better. Just threw it up here on the tailgate today. Had it on the ground. It would not start at all. I happy juiced it. It started, installed. So I don't know if we've got a stuck float bowl or dirty fuel, but I think this is a secondary issue of spilling the fuel. Had nothing to do with what the main issue is. The only thing it could have been is if the fuel got on the coil, but those are sealed, so there would be no damage there. I checked spark this morning, and we do have sparks. So let's remove the beauty ring, a Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to remove the backing plate, take the carb off, and see what the bowl looks like. I grilled him about using non-ethanol fuel from Wawa, and he said he had not been. So anybody from Philly that's in the vicinity of the main line, Marion, Haverford, Ardmore, Bryn Mawr, Rosemont, you got Radnor, Villanova, St. David's, Wayne, Devon, and Berwyn. All them fine folks know Wawa. So maybe it could be fuel, water in the fuel. If he's been using the same fuel, regular ethanol fuel. So we're going to look here in a couple of seconds. So this kid's ambitious. The dad said that his business was going great. The kid wants to get a rider mower and maybe a blower. So I thought I had those 3 still blowers from the estate sale. The carbs came in. Maybe I can rectify one of those here in the near future. Not charge him a lot for that. Help this kid along. Seems extremely ambitious for a 10-year-old. Okay, so this backing plate comes off. Missing a screw here for some reason. I don't send them out with the screw missing. So what do we got here? We've got a 10. Let me just ratchet this with a 10. Oh, it looks like we got a, this is automatic choke. I want to remove the air vane spring, manipulate that out of there. Don't lose that. And I'm going to remove the air vane so this will come out nicely. I also have to remove the hose clamp for the fuel line. The tank's full, so I got to hurry up and get this fuel line up so I'm not losing fuel. Let me get the socket for that air vane. I'm not prepared for you as always. How's your Saturday going, guys? Did you have a good week? A lot of you have been commenting that it's been snowing or it's cold where you're at. We've had some nice weather here in Southwest Florida. The snowbirds, as we call them, are coming back. Streets are getting crowded. People are driving erratically. I don't know why. So this here is 1/4 inch. And it was kind of loose, but still functioning. Okay, take that off. Kind of put that to the side. Now grab my 10 on an extension. Take the 2 bolts off here. Why don't we get the hose out of the way, the hose clamp. What I'm going to do is stick the screwdriver in the hose clamp to keep it upright. Kind of jimmy it up here against the recoil. So, yeah, I think I can help this kid out. He lives in Venice with his dad, which is maybe 45 minutes from my location. So what I may do is give him a self-addressed stamped envelope. Tell him when he cuts a few more lawns, throw some money in the envelope and send it to me. I'll give him the blower on credit. He's got credit with his dad. He said, the dad said the kid nearly paid off the loan to buy this hunk of junk. I forget what I charged him, maybe $130 for this. I'm probably not going to charge him for this repair. If it's just water, I'll just scold him. Tell him to act like the mainline Philly folks and go to Wawa. Anybody from Villanova or Bryn Mawr knows better. Even Devon. I'll give them folks credit. But of course, St. David's, that's the cream of the crop. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. I'm trying to get to the side. Z-bend off. Okay, I got a container here. A new bleach container. Let me get, what do we need for this? Nut. Not prepared for you again. I think it's a 1/2 inch. I should know that by now. And it is a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch socket on the bowl. Kind of curious to see what exactly the deal is with this. The carb looks awfully dirty and dusty. I think the kid's been using the shit out of this snapper. Okay. So some dirt from the bowl is gonna fall in here, just because I didn't pre-clean the outside of this, so we got a lot of bowl dirt that just fell in. So on the inside, we have some dirt that was in the bowl already. So I don't see, just by looking at what's in here, if I can see any water or not. Maybe a trace. My eyes are deceiving me. I'm trying to get a good look. You know what? We may have more water than gas, and it's fooling me. Yeah, I'm thinking we got 90% water and 10% gas as this thing settles out. Crazy. I got compressed air here. So what do you think I should do with the gas that's in it? Should I drain that out as well and start with my own non-ethanol? Because we don't want to contaminate the carburetor again. Got some pitting in here, which I vaguely remember when I first cleaned this thing, but it's not catastrophic. So I think I should do that. I'm going to drain this right now, right into my bowl. No sense in putting another 3 ounces of water in the carb once I rehook all this. And then we can get a better look at the gas here. Still draining out. I'll take a rag with my blowgun up here and force some compressed air through the line. Get any moisture in the bottom of the tank to come out. You know what, looking at this fuel line, I don't like all the dry rot cracks here. I'm going to run and get a section 1/4 inch hose and replace this while this thing is draining out. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Okay, you guys keep an eye on this. I'm going to run and get that hose. It's going to dribble out here. So what are you weekend plans? You guys going to be shoveling snow up in Minnesota? I see you guys got a dusting up there, a couple inches, which I know you can handle. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with fire. I think I bought 5 feet of this stuff. Hopefully the hose clamps will work on it. Okay, there is some water pooling now that it's settled out. I can see it down there. While I got the blowgun in my hand, I'm just gonna clean this out. It looks like we just dropped our guts. The float fell off. Okay, I'm gonna use a rag, put it over the mouth of the gas tank, force some air in there. You can see that big clump down there at the bottom. The water's pooling up against the dirt. Okay, let's put this aside. Grab my needle nose. See if this hose, it'll work. The hose clamp will work on this. Remove this side. Yeah, this is kind of sketchy. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to grab my blade. We don't want this kid catching the neighborhood on fire. I'll cut a piece to length for this. Something like that. Okay, there we go. I'll put the carb back together. Okay. Kind of clean up the needle valve here, but it's all steel and it looks clean. Thought maybe it was sticking. That was one of my thoughts. We'll put this turd back together again and then fuel it with fresh fuel, see if it's going to work for us. Okay, bowl goes on. Looking at the jet, it's open. Looks like I put a secondary jet on this. Linkage goes back in. Manipulate the Z bend. Okay. My spring. Okay, that's free and clear. Linkage is moving. Put my fuel line on. Okay, that looks ship shape. Now, time for the backing plate. Since this is an automatic choke, I'm not worried about the third screw here. If this was a priming unit, I would want 3 points of contact on this backing plate to create a good seal for your push and go. But since this is an automatic, I'm not going to mess with that. Okay. We got the 8mm on the DeWalt. Everything's still free and clear. Put the beauty ring back on with my Phillips. The other thing I noticed, I checked the oil with him here, and it was barely touching the dipstick. So apparently they don't check the oil after each or before each use. So I don't know how many yards he cut since I sold him the unit, but I'm gonna have to emphasize the checking oil after each or before each use. You want to check it cold. Okay, let me grab some gas. We'll fuel it. So maybe I'll do a video on that still 2-cycle blower. It's just going to be replacing the carb. I got 3 carbs out of AliExpress for the 3 blowers I got for free. Okay, that's about half a tank. Let's get this on the ground. I don't think I forgot anything. I'll get it on the ground and then move you. Okay, so the 10-year-old's back in business. That seemed to do the trick. I guess it was crappy fuel because I didn't do anything else besides some compressed air in the carb. So I'll scold them on the fuel. Here's your engine number again. 2013 Snapper with the 725EX. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I'm going to grab one of them blowers, see if I can throw that still together real quick before I call them to come get this. It'll be a 2-for-1 deal. I'm not going to charge them for this. It didn't take me but 30 minutes, and I got to hang out with you kids and cadets, so that was a double bonus. You guys have a good weekend. Thanks for coming out. We'll talk to you soon. We got more stuff on the horizon, more junk to fix. Tip your waitress and wait staff, as always.